designed to do three things: jail you, nail you, and trail you. Okay? And so therefore, what we need to begin to realize is that the only thing that they have in mind is to believe that every man and woman who is addicted to drugs or alcohol or any kind of type of substance abuse, that if you looked at the statistics, that 87% of people who are locked up in TDCJ have a drug problem. And so when you look at that and knowing that these 87% of people are non-violent offenders, you have to be troubled behind the fact that this is only reason why they have got the most biggest prison systems in America. Because when you look at the fact that they're focusing on people who have drug problems and knowing the fact that they are not in a position to do any rehabilitation, you know that all they want to do is warehouse people. Yep. And all they want to do is warehouse them so that therefore that it's justifiable to those individuals who are making the laws that they're having reducing crime. But I'm here to tell you is that statistics and research has proven that in the last 30 years, since they came out with this law called mandatory minimum, which means if a man gets caught with 2 grams of crack cocaine and a man gets caught with 200 ounces of cocaine, this is when President Reagan was in office. He came out with this law because he wanted to really talk about trying to deal with the issues that was predicated to all the crime that was going on across this country. But the real focus was not to look at the individual who was the seller, but the focus was look at the individual who was the user. Because when we look at the user, it allows us to be able to justify why we need to build more prisons. And so therefore, even right now, as we look and see that all these particular things that's in place, Texas has not done any reform in the criminal justice system in the last 30 years. So it's like one-cell-fits-all process. And so therefore what happens is that everybody who goes into the criminal justice system, okay, is not going to be someone that they're going to say, well, let's look at your background. Let's check your background. This your first crime that you committed? Or did you ever, was an educated man? Or did you ever have been married or have children? You know, they don't never look at those very things. The only thing that they're looking at is the fact of the matter is that legislation says through the public safety issues that we need to get you off the street. So just know that my work on a daily basis is trying to advocate for reform, because we need reform, we need it bad, and just to know that there needs to be someone out there who is going to help these young men and women begin to transition their lives back into society. So I ask that you pray for me, pray for our organization, that we can be able to work with churches and organizations such as this, that we can be able to have a real impact in having to reduce in recidivism. Because right now in the state of Texas, the recidivism rate right now is at 62%. And so we need to be able to change those very things as a result of what is happening tonight. When we have men and women who are coming to places like this and begin to start changing. Amen? Amen.